The sun was low and soft. The light made long lines on the mud road. Birds flew above the neem trees. Birds flew above the peepal trees. The village was calm and quiet. Small houses made of mud, small houses made of brick, stood close to each other. Green fields lay near the houses. A narrow road led to the fields, its surface uneven and worn. The air smelled of soil and cooking fires. A gentle breeze moved through the leaves, making a soft rustle. It was the time when work ends and rest begins. Ramlal arrived on a bullock cart with a small load of dry hay. Behind the cart stood his old blue tractor. The tractor sat heavy and silent. Dust covered its body. The blue paint was faded. Brown rust pitted the metal like scars. Ramlal looked tired, his face lined with worry. He spoke to a man by a small workshop. The man was the village mechanic, Bola. Bola wiped his hands on a cloth. The workshop was simple, a wooden shed with a tin roof. Tools hung on the wall, old oil cans in a row. A long bench showed cloth marks, grease, and signs of countless repairs. The floor had dark oil spots and a thin layer of village dust. Still, the place felt tidy in its own way. Bola wore a checked shirt and a small towel on his shoulder. His hands bore black oil marks. His face had small lines from years of sun and work. He smiled gently. Bola studied the tractor, walked around it slowly, and touched the cool metal of the hood. He asked a few short questions. Where did the tractor stop? What sound did it make before it went quiet? Ramlal said the engine had died while he was plowing. The big wheel had stopped turning. Now it would not start. Bola nodded slowly, listening, and asked Ramlal to move the tractor closer to the shop. Children watched from a safe distance, eyes wide with curiosity. A stray dog passed by, tail wagging slowly. The scene was quiet and safe, a picture of village life. Bola lifted the tractor's heavy hood. He used a small iron lever. A soft cloud of dust fell from the inside. The engine was old and looked complicated. Pipes and wires ran here and there. Metal parts met other metal parts. Rust lay in small hidden spots. Bola bent close, using a small lamp to see into dark corners. The light gave the metal a dull glow. He looked at the battery first, touching the thick wires connected to it. He smelled the fuel, listened with his ear near the cold block, as if for a heartbeat. He tapped a small part with his knuckle, then wiped thick, black oil from a metal piece. He used a hard bristle brush to clean a clogged pipe. He found a big bolt a little loose, and with a heavy spanner turned it tight and secure. A small screwdriver snugged a tiny screw that held a wire in place. The work was slow and calm. He told Ramlal what he was doing in a low voice. He checked the spark plug. It came out covered in black soot, old and worn. He had no new one for this model, so he cleaned it with a dry cloth and gently filed the tip with a flat stone. He put it back gently, traced the thick wire, found a small crack, and wrapped it tight with black electrical tape. Next, he checked the fuel lines. His hands found a small leak that left a dark stain below. He cut a new pipe to length, pushed it on, and tightened a shiny metal clamp that glinted in the fading light. Bola then turned his attention to the oil, the lifeblood of the engine. He unscrewed the cap, checked the dipstick, and poured a little clean, golden brown oil. He cleaned the air filter next, full of dust and small bits of dry hay. He tapped it gently. Gray clouds flew. He wiped the metal case clean. He showed how the holes should be clear so the engine can breathe. The fan belt was a little loose. He turned a nut just enough, snug and right. Torch in hand, he checked the carburetor where air and fuel mix, then made a careful quarter turn. He pushed a small lever. The float moved as it should. Along the block seams, he found a cracked seal and replaced it with a soft new one, tapped in gently. He told Ramlal the new seal would hold for a long, long time. Ramlal remembered a choked, puffing sound before it died. Bola found a dent in the exhaust and tapped it out with a piece of wood and a small, heavy hammer. He replaced a frayed starter wire, brushed battery terminals bright, and tightened strong, clean clamps. A small meter's needle jumped. Good power. Bola smiled wider. The work continued at a steady, unhurried pace. Bola and Ramlal spoke in small, simple words. They did not need long conversations. A young woman brought tea. The tea was hot. The tea was sweet. It had a strong flavor of ginger. They sat and drank. Warmth spread through their bodies. Bola told a funny story about a monkey stealing his wrench. Ramlal laughed, shoulders shaking. Work here is a mix of hard labor and small, shared moments of connection. With tea finished, Bola reassembled the engine, each part in place, each bolt tightened with care. Not too tight, not too loose. He checked every clip and wire, feeling each part sit secure. Step by step, reverse of disassembly. He never rushed. Care mattered more than speed. A patient job is a lasting job, restoring a farmer's livelihood. Finally, the heavy hood shut with a satisfying clank. Bola wiped his hands, looked at Ramlal, and nodded toward the seat. Ramlal climbed up, worn leather sandals finding their usual spot. He turned the key. The first try did not start the engine. A grinding sound. Bola stayed calm. Try again, Ramlal Bhai. Give it a little more choke. A cough once, then twice, and then it roared to life. No sick cough now. Low, strong, steady. The whole tractor vibrated with healthy energy. Bola stood beside the tractor, feeling the small, even tremor. The engine ran smooth and steady. The choking sound was gone.
He let out a small, pleased sound.
Ramlal thanked him with shining eyes. Bola Bhai, you have magic in your hands.
Bola just smiled. Their handshake was respect between two working men. They drove the old tractor slowly out of the yard, wheels leaving deep tracks, a little dust rising. Children ran after it, laughing and shouting. The tractor passed quiet fields and tall green crops. Birds lifted from a bush. The sun was very low now, a big orange ball on the horizon. Its golden light made everything peaceful. It passed mud houses. Villagers came to their doors and waved. Ramlal waved back, tall and proud. At the field's edge, he turned into the furrow where it had stopped. He lowered the plow. The engine pulled steady. The field lay calm. The dark soil was ready. The rhythm of life was restored. As evening turned into night, lights in the village turned on one by one, glowing like fireflies. The village quieted down. Crickets chirped. A distant dog barked. Bola closed his wooden door but kept a small lamp on a little longer. A water pump for another farmer. A bicycle for the schoolteacher's son. His work was never truly done. Out in the fields, the old tractor hummed, its headlight cutting a path of light. A silhouette plowing under a sky full of stars. The farmer in his field, the mechanic in his shop, families in their homes, an interconnected world. Peace was in the air, in the soil, and in the hearts of its people. This is a simple story of hands, metal, and patient care, of a man who knows his tools with mind and heart. A farmer depends on his old work machine to feed his family. In small, unseen places, life goes on with honesty and dignity. The world at day's end remains kind and simple and good, held together by people who fix what is broken.